which, by the way, the State Department had classified as classified documents. You know, it's a press release. It's a press article. One of them. You know, then what they did is they interviewed a bunch of Iranian nationals applying for visas at U.S. consulates around the world, and said, well, what do you think of the MEK? This is during the interview. So, of course, the State Department that's interviewing me has listed this organization as a terrorist organization. I would like to get a visa to go to the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think they're going to say? So they take that information and they present it and they ask for comments. So this process is going on and on and on. Unfortunately, there's not a trial judge who can bring them into court and hold them into contempt. And unfortunately, we're running out of time. The last thing I'm going to say, Governor, hasn't been said here, but I think it's very important to say it. This is not just a case of the Department of State and the U.S. government not acting. It's not just the fact that they have not made this decision. The fact that they have maintained this organization improperly without legal or factual basis on the foreign terrorist organization list has given the Iranian regime, through its proxy in Baghdad, a license to kill. We saw that, and I think you've seen the videos, absolute documented war crimes of the Iraqi regime using, by the way, U.S. weapons, Iraqi police officers using equipment and training given to them by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, coming in and massacring innocent, unarmed freedom fighters, using as the basis of its justification the fact that the United States government lists these people as terrorists. A couple of our Congress members just recently met with President Maliki, and he reminded them in no uncertain terms, your government calls these people terrorists. And on again, when you see these arrests in Tehran, the ones that make it over the wall into the international media, they regularly arrest people and use as a basis for detention, conviction, and execution the fact that they are members, alleged members, of this organization. So the indecision here is not just an indecision. It is a facilitation of this regime through its proxy in Baghdad, unfortunately, murdering and killing. And we have an ambassador who ingeniously now suggests that they ought to move the people out because they are posing a danger by being on the Iranian border. The only thing I have to say in conclusion is I've been involved in this issue for some time. I am very frustrated. I am very disappointed with our Department of State, and I'm very disappointed with our government. The United States has a moral and legal obligation to act here. These people are protected under the 4th Geneva Convention. The U.S. has a promise in writing to protect them and to defer to President Maliki and his masters in Tehran who fear this organization. Why do they fear the organization? Because it's the only credible, effective, freedom-fighting force that threatens their regime. So.